Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Please excuse my scratchy voice. Woke up a couple days ago, lost my voice. This is the first time I'm getting it back. So I'm going to be coughing a little bit, but I wanted to catch everybody up on, well, what's been going on. Sorry for the messy, you can't really see the peripheral of all of this, but there's a big mess on the workbench, mainly because of this. So, just a quick thing. I wanted to get into the modified sand drags at my local sand drag. I've got my stock car. I'm very happy with it. I want to continue racing and developing that and actually like being able to win a race and race the next race and race until I lose, basically, or win, whichever. So the next one up is the 3-cell modified, which basically you take a stock frame, you modify it in some way, shape, or form by lengthening it usually, and you race it. So most people take the basic chassis, they cut off the back, they put some aluminum strips in the back and lengthen the back anywhere from 4 to 8 inches or so. What I want to do is the opposite and stretch the front, right, and kind of go more for that dragster type. But again, with a buggy front end, keeping the wheels still fairly wide, we're going to put the 17 millimeter adapters on, which gives us another 10 millimeters of width in the back, which will be nice. It'll stagger the wheels. We're going to use our Traxxas ones to begin with, so we won't have that width quite yet. This is mainly for testing, and then we'll jump up and we'll throw the 17 millimeter Dumonts on there and see how that goes. We're using our old Reedy motor and ESC. That is the problem. ESC, it basically is like having the old Tamiya, where it's a 3-stepper. It's 1 speed, 2 speed, 3 speed. But that's fine. It's a 3600 kV motor, so that'll be nice. Get some real high wheel speed out of it. We're not going to run the top plate. This was just to check something to see if I wanted to, say, take an aluminum bar like this, run it underneath it, and just bolt it on, which you could do. It's not a problem if you've got an existing Traxxas and you're trying to do something along the lines of this. You just take out all the understructure for the steering servo and everything, the mounting and all that. And you're just going to run this up till it stops, fill a couple holes, bolt it in, you're good, run it out, cut it, 2 screw holes, boom, boom, in you go. So the space in between here wants 1 3/4 inches. So we're going to try to find either that, or we'll do some 2-inch, and we'll just notch it and cut it to fit into there. That way it'll be fairly easy to do. And then the servo goes up front. We'll have to run an extension back to basically the receiver is going to be probably in the center here, a little further forward. I'm trying to keep the weight forward. The battery we're going to run up front. Part of the reason why everybody extends the back is that then you've got all the weight of the front end up front, and it kind of dives, or does a dive as it gets up on the plane. I want to see what this will do. So I'm pulling the weight, mainly the battery, basically being the weight, our ballast, up front. If I need to, I can put more weight up front to keep the front end down. If I need to, we're going to run a drag bar in the back, a wheelie bar, So the idea here, excuse me, is we're going to get a 2.5 inch piece of aluminum, 1/8 inch thick, and we're going to go extra here. We're going to have it mount in and come up at an angle and stick up a little bit, and we'll even bend it back a bit to give it kind of a sled front end, so if it does happen to bottom out, it's just going to drag and push it back up. That's the hope anyways. And then we're going from here, so a couple inches that way. Our wheelbase ends up being almost 22 inches. And then we got to go back another 3 inches plus another 2 for the drag bar attachment, so another 5 inches. So we'll say we go out to there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 27 plus, so 30 inches at least in the bottom bar. So what I want to do is essentially run the bar the full length and attach everything, and then attach the wheelie bar out the back here. Yeah, that's the idea anyways. We're going to try to do that. We'll get a couple of attachment. We need one in the center, maybe 2. Maybe we'll do 2 there, and then we've got 2 of the 3 in the front that we can use there to attach this onto, which will be great. And then we'll make a piece that attaches to these holes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll extend it over a little bit. So I figure if we'll use our 2.5 inch piece, cut a piece off, it'll overhang. This piece will come in and get 2 screws, two bolts, nuts and bolts through here. I could spend the time and thread this, but it's only 1/8 of an inch, and I want more just to hold it because it gets a lot of vibration. So I'll probably even use either Loctite or the nylon washer or nylon nuts to secure it, and that'll come out to there underneath that. That creates a nice cavity for our battery to sit in, is what that'll end up doing, because basically everything's going to be flat as if it was sitting right now. So running the bar over, we get about 1/4 of an inch of gap top to bottom. Perfect. We'll have 2.5, so we'll have almost a 1/2 inch on each side, which I'll probably I'm either going to put 2 Velcro straps on the bottom, just tape it onto there and have it come up, or I might cut some slits and have it come up through the slits or down around the slits. Get some foam to pack into the sides and wrap it. I'll end up having to put something here for a stopper for the battery. Yeah, that's the thoughts on it. We'll see. I'm going to run it straight, and then we'll see about tightening it up, so I can take and make like a kind of a bend like that, an angled bend to put in for a strengthener. I might have that come down at an angle, come out, and then do a little upturn, and that would be the stop for our battery, so when it takes off the battery doesn't slide backwards. It only needs to go up a little bit, so it doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to attach to the top unless I need the strength, and then I can have a triangle basically, which will make it nice and strong and sturdy there. We're probably just going to double side tape down the steering servo, especially just in the beginning if I need to, and I probably will, but we'll see. I will get some mounting posts for that and screw them in, and it'll be set. We're doing direct steering, so no bells, no servo saver, just I'm either going to use the circle, or they make some that's got the little spot for your to go on your servo, and it's just got a little up, and it's got 3 holes in it. We're put them on the bottom ones because we don't want a lot of movement in our steering, right? It gives us more chance as we're moving bigger to not move as much and have a lot more control over the smaller amounts of steering for this, because we're just going in a straight line. The idea is keep it in a straight line. If it bounces to the side and starts going off, we want to be able to just pull it back in without yanking it over and having it flip or whatever. Anyways, this is the basic stuff. I'm using the Stampede Bandit Rustler replacement hardware kit. It's basically enough for one car in here. So I've replaced some stuff, so some of it's missing. I'll have to get replacement hardware for that. Basically just mocking stuff up. So we got a lot of parts like this shock tower in the back that will have to get replaced. It's stripped out, the holes, and it may not. I've got 2 locations back there I can put it in. The bottom one's stripped out, the top one is not. I'm thinking about raising it up to the top one anyways for this. So yeah, there's just a few things that have to be got for this. We got to get I got the knuckles, I need the blocks, I need the pins for all of that. We're going to end up getting another thing of bearings. That way we don't have to use the bushings. The rear ones I think are completely destroyed, which is why I can't find those. I do have the plastic links to put on temporarily until I get the regular links. It might just be a fine setting to start at, basically. Let me get a quick drink of soda. Try not to get a dry mouth. Oh, that's actually better. So along with all this, again, I just ordered this chassis. I had the transmission from the old drag car. So that's just a basic transmission, which we've run before. I took the old pinion, which is this one, and we're not using that. We're using a different one. In there, we're basically, I forget what this one's a 19. So we've gone up 2 teeth to a 21 that's in there now. That was what was on my drag car. I mean, not my drag car, I'm sorry, my drift car, which we took off and we put a 24 in that, if you recall and watch that video. So with that, like I said, we're going to try it out, see how it does in this configuration. If we don't like it, everything can come off. We'll put this plate back on. That's why I ordered the plate. Is if I don't like this configuration, I will then just convert it to the rear. Just, different configurations. I've seen what the other one does. I want to see what this does. I want to see why everybody's doing the rear one. I know that they're trying to get weight forward, but I think by doing this, we're getting a good amount of weight forward, and we can get some balance. The other thing too is like going longer, right? We could go bigger. As is, we're looking at what did I say? A 30-inch piece on the bottom in a 22-inch wheelbase. So I think it'll do fine. I don't want to go too long, because then the longer I go, then the wider I'll want to get with everything, and can only go so wide. I can go narrower in the front. It's negligible. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. As far as whether to go with the Rustler or the Bandit front end, front A-arms, I mean. They say that they're a little bit smaller. I mean, if it's a quarter of an inch, it doesn't matter, so I might as well stick with these. These are fine. I switched them out on the other one because I knew it was taking a lot of damage. This is fine. If we break these, no big deal, no loss. We were going to replace them anyways. Ooh, excuse me. So the other thing I want to talk about is this thing right here. Let's see if we can get some light on the subject here. So this is the SkyRC GNSS Performance Analyzer. It's for racing, flight performance, all that fun stuff. You can literally put it on really anything they believe. It's basically just going to give you your miles per hour. You can set it for a distance, like for drag racing. You can tell it you want to go 132 feet and just analyze from there, from 0 to whatever you hit at 132 feet. That tells you your top speed. It'll tell you your duration, that kind of stuff. You can do track runs, which will give you lap runs, which is nice. This is the unit right here. It's very small. They suggest that you Velcro, which I love. I get the 10-pound Velcro from Home Depot. It's really inexpensive. You can put as much as you want on, and it'll hold up to 10 pounds. So as this crashes or anything hits, that 10-pound really holds on to devices like this. So this will just get stuck onto the metal when we're doing testing. Same with the other sand drag rig. We'll now be getting really accurate information. And it's all Bluetooth, goes straight to your phone. You download the app, and it gives you all your info. You just tell it to connect up. I want this. This is what I'm doing with this. So really, if you got money to throw away, hey, grab one for every vehicle you own. If you don't, or you just don't want to spend and have multiples of these, you buy it once. Put the Velcro on it. You have a spot for it to Velcro to your car, and you put it on. Switch it up. Whatever you're running, you can check with this. It's what all the professional, I shouldn't say all, a lot of the YouTubers who are doing RC cars, especially speed runs and stuff like that, when you see them take their phone out and they connect up with the satellite, that's this SkyRC. So it's very useful for a lot of different things, especially when you're trying to tune. You can find the differences in, changing spur and pinion combinations. Figure out what you like, what's working for you, right? So I got a lot of options. I got these, which I can now switch out with the spur gears that I have in the transmission there, and change that up, see what we get, so we can have some fun there. And we're gonna play. So this is it. I will be doing a build series on this as I do it, so that I really like the front style like this. Oh, I didn't tell you. So the body we're doing on this is the Bandit body, right? So it's just going to look like a dragster with a sealed front. And it's just going to have that long extended back end, but it's going to be, sand drag. I'm trying to decide whether I want to do the thin or wider tires. What I'm going to do is I have a set of wide tires on my current sand drag car that I can always switch over, and I want to get some thin ones, and I can play between the two drag cars and see which one performs better, right? So that it might be that this works better with the wide ones or the thin ones. I don't know. Maybe the other one will work great with the thin ones too, and I should change to thin ones there. You just never know until you try. So this is it. This is what I'm going to do. And I'll do the build video on this, explain what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, all that fun stuff. That way, if people really like it, they want to build your own, by all means do it. Maybe it becomes its own class, or who knows. Who knows? You know, there's a lot of fun that you can have. As was doing this too, I was thinking, yeah, it'll be great for the sand drags, but you know, I'm sure it'd be fine for a street drag type of situation. It's definitely, what I'm going to do is probably take these and put them on the rear and run it at the park on grass and dirt and see how it does there. Why not, right? Because that could be a whole new thing. You don't have to go down to the beach to drag. You can just go down to your local park and make a park drag, and you could just have a bunch of people meet you there and have some fun on an open field, right? So there's all sorts of places we can have a lot of fun. So anyways, this is where I'm going. Hopefully you're enjoying this. Stay tuned for the build video, and we will see you in the next one. Till then, go make it. You can do it. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next video.